Yo, what's good, y'all? Shiesty MMA here.
What's up, guys? The notorious Conor McGregor here.
Back with another card breakdown. We've got UFC 321. The future heavyweight GOAT returns. Let's fucking go. Co-main is pretty dog shit, but I mean it's still a decent card. I wouldn't say it's good, but I feel like it's not the same Abu Dhabi tier quality that we've been getting. But I'm not complaining, I'm not complaining. That was just like something that I noticed. But let's just hop straight into it. First bout of the night, Jacqueline Amorim versus Mizuki Inoue. Yeah, I'm taking Amorim, locking her actually. I'm 100% locking her. Jacqueline Amorim, she had I think it was her debut. She lost to Sam Hughes. Sam Hughes is pretty decent. She's a crafty vet. I remember I picked her against Sean Bannon last time. I would pick anyone against Sean Bannon, but I've known, she's pretty decent. Sam Hughes is pretty decent. She's a veteran. Not crazy good, but she can def fraud check somebody. Mizuki Inoue, super inactive. I think her last fight was 2023. And then before that, she didn't have a bout for a few years or a couple years or something like that. So, yeah, I'm definitely going with Jacqueline Amorim. I think she's on a 4-fight win streak, all finishes. Yeah, all finishes. Inoue hasn't competed in that long. Yeah, I just don't see her being able to pull it off. Maybe it could go to a decision, maybe. Because from what I remember, Inoue's losses, she's only lost, like, pretty good competition. Like, I remember one of her losses was, like, fucking Grasso. And then there's, like, a few other good names on her record that she lost to. But I'm just favoring that activity from Amorim. She's been getting pretty good momentum recently. I think she's a lot. Not much more to say on this one. Azamat Maksum versus Raposo. So, both of their losses, they both had like competitive losses on their last outings, but you look at the caliber, right? Azamat was against Tagir. I saw a lot of people saying he got robbed. I'd honestly have to rewatch it, but it was pretty close from what I remember. And then Raposo was competitive with mma-guru, I'm pretty sure. Let's be real. Tagir's not crazy, mma-guru's not crazy, but I'm definitely taking Tagir over mma-guru, like skills-wise, just in the division. I think that's more of an impressive performance, and I remember Maksum, he had a close one with Charles Johnson as well, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take him. He's pretty good. He's got good grappling, good stand-up. Raposo is just kind of mid from what I see. Not anything crazy caliber, so... Yeah, I think you could really lock Maksum as well, but... I mean... Let me look at their records again, because has Raposo won in the UFC? I can't remember. Yeah, he hasn't. I think Maksum is actually... Has he? Yeah, he's won in the UFC. I mean, there's no way. Yeah, I remember the Tyson Nam. Yeah, and he's been Wait, hold on. That's not... Am I tweaking? Alright, yeah, that's Octagon League, not Octagon. Different leagues. But I'm still taking Azamat Maksum. I'd honestly lock him as well. Now, moving on to this fucking blob fest. Holy shit, bruh. This is probably like the first time that we will have over 1,000 pounds combined in the octagon at the same time. No, I'm just playing. Chris Barnett is good value because Hamdi Abdelwahab is so dog shit. He's so dog shit. He lost the striking match to Muhammad Usman last time. But dude, I just don't think Chris Barnett, he's just so fat. And I think he's getting up there as well in age. I heard he's been having multiple surgeries on his leg and knee and shit. Yeah, I think I'll take Hamdi. Because let's be real, it could... Like, Barnett's only chance is to knock him out. It could happen. There's good value on that. But, bro, I'm just not... I don't know if I can't trust either of these fuckers, bro. I can't trust either of these fuckers. Barnett's only win in the UFC is Jay Collier, right? And then Hamdi is fucking... Don't even get me started, but... And then Glenn Vellante. Yeah, I just look at the fucking record. Ay. He did go to decision with Boudet. So yeah. Could be a little blobfist. I guess I'll go with Hamdi. Decision. I mean, they're in Abu Dhabi, bro. He's getting... If it goes to a decision, he's getting the decision, so... I guess I'll go with Hamdi. Fuck it. This fight. Oh, banger alert. Fucking banger alert. Holy shit. Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Delgado. Dude, I've been going back and forth. I just think I'll go with Jose Delgado just based on the power. Cause dude, that Hyder and Emil shit was quick. Right? And Delgado's nasty. I've watched him. He has a lot of nasty finishes. He's a good striker. Very sharp. And dude, Wood can get hurt. He's there to be clipped, to get hit. Like if he wants to win, I feel like he would have to probably enter into the pocket with him, right? Not a good idea. I don't know, dude. This one hurts. This one hurts because I fuck with Wood. He's so cool, but he probably isn't top level. And that hurts to say, but I'm just thinking of, there's so many fights where you think he, like, would have gotten a finish, but he just completely choked the sequence of it. Like, yeah, he does choke so many finishes. Yeah, I'll go with Jose Delgado. Because even, it's like, if I get the pick wrong, Nathaniel Wood wins. If Nathaniel Wood loses, at least I get the pick right. So it's a win-win, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Jose Delgado. Dude, I just think about this fight, and I just see him landing something nasty on Wood and just catching him on the chin bad. Maybe Wood could tough it out to a decision, but I think Delgado got that one. I think he's pretty good. Dude, the way he took out Hyder Emil that quick, Hyder Emil had a lot of steam behind him. I mean, he wasn't crazy, but he had decent wins. He was looking decent. So, yeah, it's not bad at all. Moving on. How's it... Well, yeah, I know how it's possible. This fucking regional fighters, dude. Walter Walker is a lock on this one. I don't care. People are saying not to just count out Sutherland like that. But there's a reason every single channel on Predictions Tracker picked Walter Walker. This dude looks like a fat fuck, bro. He's coming in on such short notice. I wouldn't rate him any higher than the competition Walker's been facing. He's not doing shit. That's just end of it. End of it. Am I gonna completely count someone out in an MMA fight? Yes, this time I am. Because this dude looked fucking crazy sauced up on the regional scene. Now he's in the UFC. He looks fat as shit. Walker's a lock. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. No way around that. Method, I'm not sure actually, because he could just get the heel hook, right? But I saw him talking about this fight. Or not, maybe it was the Usman fight, but I think he could employ a similar strategy here. He said he was going to try and go for like a TKO or a KO or some shit, so if you're going to look for like a method prop, I would just go for him by finish or a double chance, because, you know, you could just go out there and maybe chin him, but I'm pretty sure I remember he's more like a grappler, but he's a lock. That's the end of it. He's a lock. Now, Klein versus Rebecki. I have to go with Klein just purely based on Rebecki. Because don't get me wrong, Klein hasn't looked the greatest. He didn't deserve that Gamrot fight. One. Side note, that whole fucking the fact that we got snuck a Gamrot main event that night was fucking hilarious. Anyways, Klein, he didn't deserve that in the first place, but that's whatever. I'm not gonna count that against him. Gamrot's fucking like right behind those top contenders at lightweight. You know what I mean? Didn't look too good in the Roberts fight. He hasn't, like, he looks not worse, but not, he doesn't, like, it hasn't looked like he's progressed that much over his last few fights. You know what I mean? There isn't the clear, like, jump in skill each fight, you know? Rebecki, yeah, he's just had too much damage the last few ones. I'm pretty sure Duncan one was the last one, and that was pretty recent, which is a big reason I'm picking against him, because I don't know why he's coming back so quick after that. The Orlby fight was before that one, I'm pretty sure. That's a lot of damage. And then Diego Ferreira, that one was before that. Dog, yeah, I'm going with Ludovic Klein. I think he can just, he's going to be cleaner. He's going to just outwork, and I just don't see it going good for Rebecki. Too much damage, bruh. Especially this earlier in your career. Like, he's a pretty good fighter. He has good fights every time. Why rush your career like this? I don't get that decision making, but moving on. We got Ikram Aliskerov versus Jung Park. Jung Park, he has a decent chance. If Ikram doesn't just go out there and chin him in like the first or early in the second or some shit, Park could have a chance. But I don't know. I just favor Ikram here. He's younger. He's got pretty good power. I mean, he hasn't been beating the best of competition, right? Fucking Phil Haas, Thiago Alves. Who was in the last one? Wasn't it Andre Muniz? Like, you know, these are people you should be chinning in the first round. And he's doing it. All right? He's at that level. I think, honestly, I don't think he chins Park. I think it might go to a decision. And then, like I said earlier, we all know how Abu Dhabi is. I was saying on live earlier this week, you have to know how it is when you're going to certain places. Because I was talking about the Canada card and shit. The judges are going to be biased. That's just how it is. They're going to be biased towards Ikram. So even if Park makes it competitive in the second and third, because I think Ikram, he can just take the first based off just pressure and just volume, but Park, he could make it a scrap in the second and third. I just don't think he'll get the nod. So Ikram, I think I put him as a finish on Tapology, but that was just for points, you know. I think it might go to a decision. Park's pretty tough. He's pretty tough. I think the last dude that finished him was Gregory Rodriguez, and we all know he has fucking crazy different power. So that's not bad. That's not bad. But yeah, Ikram could get a finish. Just don't be shocked if Park actually like puts up a fight here, you know? He's not just a layover here. Moving on. Nasrat versus Salkilld. This fight just got added in like the... Yeah, I think like the last 2-3 weeks. 2-3 weeks. Very short notice. Very short notice. And honestly, I have to go with Nasrat. I just have to. The level of competition that he's been facing is pretty good. I have bitched about his recent the judging on some of his fights, but he has the W's over Gordon and Rebecki. They were competitive and close. Neither of them were robberies, even though I thought they should have gone the other way. Looking back at them, watching them back, they were pretty close. Def could be scored for Nasrat. No shame on those judging. On what, bro? I can't talk right now. No shame on that. But and it was like you're having a close one with Gordon. Gordon was doing pretty good, and Gordon's decent in general. That last Harfa Garcia loss, he was still doing decent even with like a broken foot and stuff. So that's not bad. And being competitive with Rebecki right now, Rebecki is pretty good. We literally just saw him against Brenner. That was a fucking banger. And Salkilld, if you look at him, he beat Mr. Do Not Redeem, which, you know, that doesn't tell me anything. Yanala Shmooze in his last one. Good performance, but it still doesn't tell me much about how he ranks at lightweight among the top contenders. Nasrat is really around that like just barely not ranked range. He's pretty good. And he's looked pretty good physically recently. I think he's been pretty locked into his career. He looks better every time. I would definitely go with him. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. Yeah, he's on a 5-fight win streak right now. Fucking crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go with him for sure. I think he can get it done. I think it's gonna be a dogfight for sure. He's not gonna be someone that Nasrat can walk over. I think it's could be a close one, just like Nasrat's last two. But oh shit, this is another fight I can say that for. If it goes to a decision, Nasrat's getting it. End of discussion. All right. No, that's wrapped up. No, just playing. Yeah. Nasrat probably gets it. Outside of that judging shit that I keep bringing up, I hate to rub that point in, but I just think he's cleaner technically. He's pretty good at striking. Yeah, I just think he'll get that. He's I think he's coming into his prime pretty much. Moving on, we got Alexander Rakic versus Azamat Mirzakhanov. Dude, this is more of a toss-up than people think. Cause Rakic, I heard that he's been training at a new gym recently. And that does matter. That does make a difference. Cause Rakic's last corner was dog shit. Dog shit. They told him he was up 2-0 against Ankalaev in his corner going into the third. Like, dude, he needed... it was a good thing he fired that fucking shit, bro. Went to a new team. That was needed. But Azamat Mirzakhanov is really good. He's really good. I see why a lot of people are heavily favoring Azamat. I chose Azamat. I'm going with him. His striking's nasty. But I do see a world where Rakic could pull an upset, bruh. I do see a world where Rakic could pull an upset. Because I think wasn't Azamat already struggling with Jacoby a little bit, who's kind of similar to Rakic, a little longer and rangier than most of the opponents Azamat's been facing. Like, maybe he could pose a problem there. The only thing is, Rakic has to just come out a completely different fighter, in my opinion. So that's where this new gym thing comes in. If he actually changes and his fight style improves and he's a new fighter, he could beat Azamat. If he's just doing the same shit out there again, yeah, Azamat's got to beat him. That's pretty much my take on this, because, you know, Rakic, he just... His game's pretty shit. But if you look at him, bro, he's just a big motherfucker. He's pretty built. If he actually went out there and tried to put some sauce, put that pepper on people, instead of just this fucking tit for tat kicks and all that shit. You know, there's so much potential, but he's just a retard in the octagon. So there's no way I'm going to pick him. I think Azamat Mirzakhanov is going to get it done. He's going to stay undefeated, keep that record intact. If he knocks out Rakic in impressive fashion, I say, who could you book him against? Because he deserves a big fight if he wins this one impressively. So we got, ooh, yeah, nah, do him and Khalil. Because I remember it was supposed to be on the fucking... the Arman, the Saryukin versus Dariush card, and the only reason I know this is because the fucking shit happened near me, but it was at the Austin card, I think like the end of 2023, I think. It was supposed to... Khalil versus Azamat was supposed to be on that card, and I was fucking hyped as shit for that. And I think, I don't know who pulled out. Someone pulled out and that shit got canceled. So if Azamat wins, I say definitely rebook that. That's a fucking banger. That's a banger right there. And I know bangers. That's a fucking banger. Alright, moving on. Volkov versus Almeida. Dude. I just don't... I don't know where Almeida will actually place among, like, the top of the division. I could see him coming out and shocking. Not shocking. It would be shocking to me, but... most people think Almeida can grapple Volkov and just get him down and sub him. I don't know. I think if Almeida were to win, it would be by decision. I don't think he can sub Volkov. If you think about it, Almeida was pretty... Spivak was having him in trouble on the ground there. And then Almeida couldn't even sub Derek Lewis over 5 rounds. He gave him problems with the counter jiu-jitsu there. Volkov's pretty good, bro. He's pretty good. Obviously, he got robbed in that last one. Everyone knows that. No one disputes that. He had that Pavlovich fight was whatever. I don't really know how to rate that. Pavlovich has looked pretty shit since his Aspinall loss. All gunshine shit. Tuivasa, Romanov was in strike. Lost to Aspinall. Damn. Why am I convincing myself out of... Nah. Dude, Volkov's so big for a heavyweight. That range, that power, I just think it's going to be too much for Almeida. And I think he's going to have good enough counter grappling to avoid getting subbed. Maybe he could drop a round to Almeida. Damn. You think they gonna rob him back to back? I don't know. But Volkov, he's just so big for heavyweight, bruh. Almeida used to compete at light heavyweight. He's not the biggest heavyweight. He's pretty big, decent size, but look, 6. Oh my fucking god, bro. I'm sorry, bro, but I thought of dumbass fucking 6'7" shit. He's 6'7", and then Almeida's 6'3". That meme is so fucking dumb. Holy shit. Can't even read Volkov's height without this shit popping in my head. They have a similar reach actually. Volkov's got a little more leg reach. I never look at that shit. But I just think he's gonna be too much for Almeida, bruh. Almeida, if you look at that Blades fight, he could only really try and hold Blades against the fence. And then he got to a bad position trying to do that in like the second round, I think. And Blades started raining down hammer fists and Almeida just went out. What if Volkov does that, bruh? He'll just put Almeida out again. I mean, do I think that shit happens again the same fashion? No. But I don't know. I just think Volkov's too much for him. Moving on. Umar versus Bautista. Dude, I'm going to Umar. I'm going with Umar. Fuck, the fucking camera. Low battery. Alright, I don't know how much that shit just cut out. But, I mean, y'all know I went with Volkov on the last one. I'm going with Umar on this one. I just don't see a way for Bautista to win, bro. He had to hold Aldo against the fence, pull that whole classic game planning move by Prob and Volk, the fucking pioneers of that shit. And then his last one, Patchy Mix, bro. Patchy Mix. I used to actually praise Patchy Mix, so I might get some flack for this. But, hear me out. Sergio Pettis, like, after that win, that was when I started, like, the hype. That was when I was on the hype train, right? He looked shit against Magomed. Fucking got a robbery there, right? He looked shit against Bautista, and he looked shit against Wicklax, bro. He looks like he's been getting worse every time since the Sergio Pettis fight, and I don't know how. I don't know what has been going on. But he's just dog shit right now. So, I don't rate that win. Umar literally, I mean, he won 2 rounds. He won the first 2 rounds against Prob. That's not debatable. The third round was debatable. After rewatching it back, I would score it to Prob. Just barely. But to even have those first 3 rounds be that close with Prob, and to win 2 of them, yeah, no, I'm picking him against Mario 100%. Like Umar, he's well-rounded. He has good striking. He has good grappling as well. He's gonna be too much for Mario Bautista, bro. Like, Bautista hasn't... It's just too big of a jump. You're going from the dude who a lot of people argue could be the champion just based off of how close that Prob fight was. Like, from fighting Patchy Mix and shit. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I think he's the biggest underdog on the card. Do not donate your money to the bookies. Do not fall for that fucking line. There's no value because it's not gonna fucking happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. I can just guarantee you that shit, bro. Bautista's... Like, let me remember. Yes, Bautista was the one who had that fucking close-ass fight. A lot of people were saying it should have went to Damon Blackshear, who came in on a week's notice. Yeah, I'm going with Umar. 100%. Now, I mean, how nice of them. Just got bangers on bangers, and we get a little break before the main event. Jandiroba versus Mackenzie Dern. I mean, some people might not take a break. Fucking gooner ass fans, bro. I mean, I get it. I get it. She does have some cake, but just look at that face, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop hyping these mid-ass female fighters up. Anyways, got Raul Sauce Jr. over here. I think Jandiroba, it's just, I just don't see why people are picking Dern. Bro, the best value on the card has to be Jandiroba. How is she at plus money? How? I get that Dern's striking and grappling have improved against mid-ass strawweight competition. Mid-strawweight competition. Her last fight was against Amanda Ribas in January. Like, brother, how is this convincing y'all? Even though she has improved, I still think she looks dog shit. Jandiroba has looked pretty good. A big point that people bring up is that it's a rematch. Bro, go actually watch that fight. I bet all the people that are saying that haven't even watched that fight, bro. That literally should have been scored to Jandiroba. I just don't see how Dern wins. Dude, Jandiroba just completely dominated Yan Xiaonan on the ground. I mean, I know Yan's not the, like, what was I trying to, she's not like a grappling based heavy fighter, but that was that's impressive, bro. That's impressive, is it not? That was an impressive performance. Jandiroba's just had more impressive performances, bro. And the strength, I definitely think she's stronger. She has better striking. And you guys bring up the grappling as if she's gonna be dumb enough to let. Bruh, I swear they did not want me filming this fucking vid, bro. Getting a phone call. Anyways, as I was saying, if you think Verna Jandiroba is gonna be dumb enough to let her get to those sub positions, bro, I just don't know. I just don't get how you have that much faith in someone like this, bro. After watching those fights, comparatively, yeah, I think Jandiroba, very good pick for that plus money. 100%. Don't sleep on that, bro, because I just don't. Yeah, dude, Vern is gonna make it look easy. That's all I'm gonna say. Decision. She could get a TKO, honestly. TKO. Maybe even... Nah, probably not a sub, but she could get a TKO 100%. 100%. Now, moving on. Let's fucking go. Well, I mean, I'm not that hyped in terms of the matchup in general. I mean, obviously, because Gane literally just lost. And he's been ducking Aspinall for years, so we all know that he knows what's going to happen in this matchup. So, we've got the man who took a dive to John Jones versus the man who retired John Jones right here. Official pick, Tom Aspinall, round 1. Any way he wants. TKO, sub, fucking, like, bro, I don't get how you can pick Gane. Literally, dropped by Tuivasa. How do you get dropped by Tai Tuivasa as, like, the elite of your division? Like, what are we doing here? Everyone, I've seen people countering this point where, oh, who is Tom beat? Well, if you look at the names, yeah. Heavyweight is dog shit. Neither of them really have crazy names on their resume, because heavyweight's dog shit right now. That's why you look at the fucking way that these fights are going. Round one. Fucking, this was a fluke. Round one. The only fucking thing you can say is, oh, Arlovsky took him to round 2. That's the only thing I've heard. Like, oh, so what? A fight made it into the second round instead of being finished in the first like all the other ones. Like, that's how you know you don't have shit to say. That's how you know you have... Alright, this video keeps getting fucking interrupted, so, sorry, y'all. I'm really trying to get this done in one take, and then literally fucking random calls and the camera keeps cutting out. My bad. Anyways, look at Gane's resume now. When's the last time Gane got an actual quick finish? When's the last time he got a round 1 finish? Yeah, fucking 2019. Out wrestled by Ngannou with a torn ACL. Dude, this fight had to be, I mean, that's either proof of him taking a dive or having absolutely no fucking nuts as a Frenchman. Because how do you tap that quick? He felt this much pressure and he tapped. Crazy. Like, bro, I could see Aspinall doing the same shit. Just guillotine, put pressure, and then Gane just fucking taps again real quick. So, yeah. There's no debate on this one. Tom, if you disappoint, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Everybody, because I've seen like 25% of the community going with Gane. Just to be different. And then there's some people who are genuinely retarded, right? But, you know, most of the real MMA fans, we know, right? Tom Aspinall is the future fucking heavyweight GOAT. Dude, with everything that's been going right lately, please let Aspinall win, bro. Please. We as an MMA community need this. I can't... I mean, bro, if Gane wins the belt, the heavyweight division has no legitimacy. Let's just be real. That division is permanently cooked forever. So, yeah, yeah, we need this. Anyways. Yeah, bro, like, if Aspinall loses, my mentions are gonna be fucking cooked. So, yeah. Locks of the card, I would say Aspinall. Not Jandiroba. Umar, that's 2. Dude, I'm tempted to lock Nasrat. But that is kind of risky. Ikram, I'll lock him. Because Park is getting up there. So even if it goes to decision, I think Ikram will get it. Walter Walker, lock him. Azamat Maksum, lock him. Amorim, lock her. That's 6 already. If you want to add in another one, I would say Klein. I think that's pretty clear cut. Yeah, so that's 7 locks right there if you want a little round robin locks. And yeah, just wanted to get the quick little prediction vid out of the way. If you're watching this currently when it drops, I think me and my boy Orange Cat might do a stream tonight. I'm not sure what the plan is yet, because I asked him if he wanted to do a stream today. Then he said something about a fight companion. So we gotta set it up. So either we're gonna do a stream today, or we're gonna be streaming a fight companion for the event tomorrow. So either way, see y'all there. Pull up. Yeah, and just everybody enjoy the fights. It's gonna be a banging card. And fuck Zero Gane.